The code window in Edge Animate allows us to not only assign actions to the stage and preloader, but to individual elements as well, from one common spot. Now inside of this composition, let's come up to the window menu. Let's come down and choose code. What we're going to do here is let's first add an action to the preloader. So let's come over here on the left-hand side, choose preloader, and come over here and click the plus sign. Now inside of here, we're going to get an action called loading. Let's come up here and delete all of this content, and let's simply add an alert. So let's type alert, beginning and ending parenthesis, semicolon. Inside of the parentheses, 2 tick marks for a string literal, and let's type I am loading. Now this alert is being assigned to the preloader, which means this alert should happen before anything else on the Edge composition happens. So to test this, let's come up to the File menu. Let's come down and choose Preview in Browser. So while this loads, we can see up here, the browser hasn't even completed loading this. It sees the JavaScript, sees the preloader function, and then we get this dialog box here saying I am loading. We'll click OK. This might actually trigger 2 or 3 times depending on the amount of items that are preloading into their composition. And then when I click OK and the composition is preloaded, then the animation will play. So if there's any JavaScript functions or instructions you want to run before the preload, we can add them in using the code window. So let's close our browser. Let's come back to the code window. Let's select that script and delete it. Let's come over here to the preloader. Let's right click on loading. Let's select delete action. Next, let's come over to the stage. Let's come over here, click the plus sign. Let's add an element trigger. So on elements, let's select red apple, which is on the stage. Let's come over here and select click and then hit return. So now we're adding another event function on the red apple on the stage, but we're not doing it by right clicking and saying open actions. We're doing it right from the main code window. So let's get our cursor down to line 2. Let's come over to the code snippets. Let's open this up. Let's come down to open URL, click that. Inside of here, let's change the URL from adobe.com to lynda.com, and we'll change _self to _blank. Now with that change in place, let's close the code window. And to see how Edge integrates everything that we're doing, regardless of which code window, let's come over here, select the red apple on the stage. Let's right click. Let's come down to open actions for red apple. And inside of here, we'll see another event here called click. So in addition to click, we have mouse out and mouse over. So there's no difference between adding the event inside of this smaller window or using the main code window to add additional actions to elements of our composition. Now to test this, I'm going to hit Command Return. This will load in the browser. Move my cursor over the red apple. The rollover state changes to text. And then clicking this will open the lynda.com website in another browser window.